Yo, 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 what is going on? Welcome to the AC Milan versus Bologna post-match 31st game of the Serie A. A lot of good things to talk about today, right, Nathan and Anwar?
What's up, man?
Good, you mean by topics of interest? Sure.
Yeah, a lot of topics of interest.
And persons of interest.
And persons of interest. Hey guys, you know what? Let's just jump into it, one at a time. What did you think happened today? Whoever wants to go first, just go ahead. Do it.
Pioli out.
Pioli out already.
Nah.
No, but seriously though, Roy, you got to admit these tactics are just awful. They're awful. Like, why are we playing with four defenders when Bologna can't even cross the half field? We could have played with 3-5-2 and have Giroud and Zlatan up top, or Giroud and Rebic, or Ibra and Leao, some sort of combination. And we stick with the same crap that hasn't been working. Like, come on, man. Like, this is it's getting silly if that Pioli doesn't have any other plan B up his sleeve.
Wow, so heavy attacks on Pioli. Anwar, what do you think? Do you think Nathan is right?
Yeah, honestly, I believe that Pioli tonight did not read the game well. I think like Bologna did read the game well. They preyed on waiting on defense, probably drew the game or tried to get a counter, and that's what they tried. And they were close at some points. Though Pioli could have taken another step, and as Nathan said, like, why would you keep the defense that way? And some of the subs, either they came late or they just didn't make sense, at least to me.
All right. Yeah, we'll get deeper into that. What about you, Saifin? What do you think? Do you think Pioli's at fault tonight?
But what I think that he had some questionable decisions. The main thing I'm going to concentrate today is on the attitude of certain players and how the so-called, experienced guns, when it's time to step up, they completely disappear and they completely shit the bed.
Gotcha. Okay, all right. Well, yeah. Let's stick with Pioli for now.
What do you think, Roy?
Well, I think Pioli needs to start with Saelemaekers. That's what I think he needs to do. I think Saelemaekers provides that high press, he provides that high energy, and he's hustling his ass off, and it opens spaces, it creates chaos for the other players. I don't like that he starts Messias, Diaz, and every time. This hasn't been working for a while, and I don't see the point in it. I think you should bring in Messias later on when the players are tired. You can open up a play with him. But I think the way he started the season when he was playing Saelemaekers, Diaz, and Leao, when we have a huge streak of wins, that's how we should be playing. So that's my only thing about Pioli. Regarding his the 3-5-2, I mean, I don't know. I haven't thought. Why do you think 3-5-2 will work?
Because you have more options up top. Remember in the beginning of the season when I said when Giroud was having his problems, I said the defense in Italy is too good for you to be a stationary type forward. And again, Giroud was having a lot of trouble. I mean, the crosses obviously really weren't all that good, but even when they were good, he's up against two strong defenders. It doesn't matter how big you are. The defense in Italy is too good for just one striker, unless you're someone like Lukaku or maybe prime Ibra. And I'm not saying to start with the 3-5-2. I'm saying in games like this where the opponent clearly has zero offense going on, that you don't need to play with a fourth defender. You only need three. You can overload the midfield, especially with how Diaz was. We could have had Tonali, Kessie, and Benacer in the midfield and had two proper strikers up front, or even a striker and a shadow striker. Just something different to make the opponent think. The opponent doesn't have to think. All they need to do is make sure Leao doesn't get behind us, and all they're going to do is cross the ball to the forward. There's no link-up play. There's literally nothing.
Yeah, my only thing about that is that, you know, I find it difficult to say the coach should do this formation or that formation. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it could have worked. I mean, it's a possibility. I don't know. Um, Anwar, you said you had issues with the substitutions. What was that? What issues did you have?
Well, for me, it's just we played the first half. I think Bologna was better in the first half. So I was expecting that we would be a little bit more aggressive on the second half. Though we got caught first in the pressure. Like you could see that the players mentally they did not look weak, but you can feel them under pressure, you know? And especially that we're playing the last game of the week. So you already know Inter's result, you already know Napoli's results. So you have to win. It's a must now. One thing I'm gonna say about Pioli is that for some players, like for me, Calabria, Florenzi, I think right now Florenzi is in a better form or better shape. Call it whatever you want.
I agree.
And I think he should start and probably keep Calabria as the sub now. For now. And
I agree with
even
that.
Mancini agrees with that. I don't think that Mancini is a amazing coach, but still he agrees with the opinion that Florenzi right now is in a better shape.
Yeah.
One other thing I would say is that I agree with Nathan. So when you see that Bologna is not here to play football, they're here to defend. They have 11 players behind their midfield, and they're not really willing to take any chances. Their only chance is to counter. Um, Now, it's either you keep your same formation, which he did for almost 70 minutes, and clearly did not work. And again, you're going with the tactic of we're going to play long balls, either from the defense or from the wings, Calabria or Theo, and you're playing Diaz as well. So if you're playing crosses, why would you put Diaz in that formation? Right? Because I didn't see any play coming from the midfield or from the creation of the playmaker. Now,
Yeah.
I'm not going to shit only on Diaz because that's not on him, really. And you could blame him for not being that great. Still, he had some time, but now you have the chance to make a sub. So your sub, your next go is I'm going to sub Benacer, who's probably the best midfielder tonight, and keep both Diaz and Tonali, who have not been great tonight, which makes zero sense.
Hmm.
I'm gonna take I'm gonna put Rebic on the left and now put Leao as a second striker or on the right, which makes as well no sense. And he realized that only in the last 5 minutes of the game when he switched again Rebic and Leao. I mean, like that's what I said. Like I don't think he read the game well. I think he took too long to realize what was not working, and at some point even try Rebic or not Rebic, try Ibra and Giroud as two strikers. If you go with the system that Nathan spoke about, you can actually do that because you have three defenders on the back, sitting on the back, and now you can overload the flanks with Theo and Calabria or Theo Florenzi, and that creates more chances either for the wingers or for the right backs and left back. So for me, that's my take on Pioli tonight. I think he could have done better. And it's not only Bologna; it's against all lower tier clubs playing us in either in San Siro or away games. We've been dead, and even if we win, it's dramatic. It's not nice. It's not a good win. We don't convince.
All right.
So that's a problem for the whole season. It's not just Bologna tonight.
Got you. Got you. The one comment I have about that now, I mean, the only comment I have about that, which is you're saying that Milan is playing a lot of long balls, right? They're playing a lot of
Well,
ball.
tonight they did. Like
Yeah,
most
yeah.
of the taxes
And
was just
and it's
long
not
balls.
just
Like
that.
if you look at the
It's
whole
too.
game, yeah.
It's not just
Right,
that.
right, right.
We cross way too much, way too much. Like literally as long as Leao is not dribbling by you, Milan is 100% going to cross the ball. There is no I'm not gonna say tiki taka, but there's no like interchange, like at all. Like
Right.
where's the 1-2 give and goes, moving off the ball? We're just you literally At one point, there was literally like 6 players, and they're all standing in one spot, either at the top of the box or like right outside the 18, and there's no movement.
Well, I actually want to say something about that because I think they did try and do that. They tried to do those 1-2s and that kind of stuff, but every single time it was just like no understanding, the wrong ball, wrong timing, bad pass. Giroud does not understand what this guy is doing. This guy does not understand what that guy is doing. So all of a sudden they resorted on just crossing the balls from the sides. That central, yeah, it is true that from the central attack was just inexistent. It was really bad.
That's a
really
sign of
bad.
that they
I think
don't.
we had
That they
the
don't
only
do this
chance
in
to say to the
practice.
guys is the Calabria chance. That was the only play we actually tried to go inside the box.
That was the only play that they connected. They
Yeah,
connected.
and that's one play out of 31.
Yeah.
And
That's sad,
a
man.
sign
It's really
that's
bad.
a sign
really
that they
bad.
don't do this in practice. Because when you look at when the team tries to do it, for the most part, it looks disjointed. It doesn't look like,
Well, I think
okay, these guys rehearsed this.
I think they try to do it, but the intensity is not high enough.
I think
practice.
also the pressure and the international break just like stopped our flow or momentum in a way. I don't know. Like also it was a wrong time to bring a fourth kit. This is not when you think about marketing and winning revenue. Like you need to think about winning the calcio. And once you win you are declared champions of the Serie A 3 games before the end of Serie A, you bring the fourth kit and even the 10th kit of AC Milan. I don't care. But like not tonight. Like tonight, you need to focus on winning. I mean, like some decisions were like put together. You have some players going on to international break. I saw comments here, like Jamal said, yeah, I realize now that like Kessié and both Ben Nasser and Kessié are fasting for Ramadan. So yeah, that makes sense that he took him up. But still, like even when he took him up, he was still the best player on the field, even with stamina. And
I
don't know,
agree
like,
with
even
you on that. I agree with you. Benacer should
him
have
fasting, he
played
was
the whole
better
game.
than Diaz and Tonali in the midfield.
I
don't
think Benacer is right now, out of all the players, is the one that is the most informed. It looks
Yeah,
like.
I think he is the best Milan midfielder right now.
Yeah, I see
Guys,
that.
guys,
And
I see that.
guys, but for how long are we gonna keep getting away with shitty performances? Like, come on, in the what game was it? The one that Cagliari, or what? Which one was where Kalulu scored the winning goal? Which team was it? The long distance goal.
Fuck.
yeah, and even the Benacer goal, the Kalulu goal, all of these are not convincing
Like
wins,
like for
you know?
for how long are we gonna keep looking at our attackers scared to shoot the fucking ball? They keep on
I don't
passing
think
at the
it's
edge of
the
the box.
attackers,
Leao tries to dribble
Faith. I
5,
think it's the
6, 7
playmaking.
players at a time, trying to dribble the goalkeeper.
But don't you think,
No,
Safe, it's
I'm
more
seeing
than the
like many chances.
playmaking than the...
Messias, he had the.
What's this?
Listen, I agree that they're playmaking, but since you're not getting the ball since you're not getting the ball so much, we have the chance to shoot the ball when you have an open space in front of you. The goal is not so far away. Just shoot the fucking ball, man. Like don't
Yeah.
don't they
You
do it
never
in
know.
training? Don't they practice that shit in training?
I really don't
No,
think they do. Like
No,
one more
I-
detail,
guys,
guys.
Obviously they do. Obviously they do because all teams do that.
I'm really
But-
not convinced.
Well, no, obviously they do it because then it's not a professional football team. Obviously they practice all this stuff. The issue with training and the game is that you have to match your training. The intensity of the training has to match the
Yeah,
intensity of the game. And obviously they're not intense enough in training. Maybe they're a little bit too relaxed in training because Bologna brought it to Milan tonight, man. Bologna was fighting every single ball.
I don't think so, Roy. I
You
think
gotta
with a
fight
better
harder.
team,
You gotta fight harder.
you know, Roy, I think with better players, you can actually break this Bologna. It's not that crazy. And we had chances, like we were that close, which means with few more details, you could score. You know, it's
No,
Bologna, bro.
They
It's still Bologna.
They had chances to score for sure. They definitely had
I
chances
know,
to score.
but that's what I said. Like first half, they were better in the end. If you look at the first half, they had better chances. They had clear chances against Milan. We
Yeah,
did
no,
not.
Milan was a better team for sure. No doubt about that. They created
Uh,
31 chances.
one more
and
thing, Roy. I
Yeah, but
saw I saw
our
something
chances are
is that
not
Milan.
even like real chances. These chances are like
They're not really. They're really poor.
these chances are just like barely
Half
even
chances.
considered half chances. Like
These are half
we haven't
chances.
created like
One more
real
thing,
goal
guys.
scoring chances.
That's true.
I want to understand from the midfielders and the defenders when they get the ball, and now you have the chance to create something out of that ball. So why do you keep focusing on the right flank when you have Leao and Theo on the left? And it's our best flank creating chances.
Because
It's not the right.
because we're so left side dependent, the right side is always
No,
going to be
but
open
at
more.
some point, Roy, I saw Ben Nasser and Tonali taking more chances. I mean, they have the ball. They either choose to either turn it to the left or turn it to the right, and they always choose the right. And I don't get it. Like, why? Try
Because
Theo, man.
it's more. You got to remember, Milan usually attacks down the left like 95% of every game. So the right side is always going to be far more open.
So wait,
I don't think so, man. I think the left is as most.
Anwar, are you saying just insist on the left side? Is that what you're saying?
Probably, yeah. That's what we should, because it's the best side. Like if you have Messi on the right and you have Pedro on the left, you play more on the Messi side. Makes sense,
Where I agree with you. I'm just giving my 2 cents on what their thought process was.
I know. Like,
agree.
I mean, even the team facing you would concentrate more on defending on your left than on your right because they know you're dead on the right. So I know that they're gonna put more people there, but you can overflow that either with Diaz or Ben Nasser going forward or anyone going forward and put in the extra man there. And they did not. They just kept doing that in the right. I saw that much more in the right. I saw Messias and Calabria overrunning him on the left, on the right, so that he can bring a defender with him. And I want to see actually Theo do that with Leao. And they only did that in the last 20, 15 minutes of the game. And it worked.
Yeah.
And
Theo and Leao had chances to actually go forward and get the ball in the box. We were unlucky. Some players were not there to shoot it, but still, they could actually do that,
And
but Messias could not do that on the right,
It's really weird because you would think by now Leao and Theo would have the connection that Rebic and Theo has. And
Yeah,
even to this day, like their connection is still as if they've never played together.
yeah, and that's what I hated about Pioli is that he took Leao out of there to actually give it to Rebic. Why would you now you just fuck two places? Like it's not just one position.
Pioli did say something regarding Rebic in the press conference prior to this game, because he was asked, do you ever play Rebic in the attacking midfield or on the right? Pioli specifically said, yeah, he can play in all of those positions, but Rebic doesn't like playing on the right. He said that.
I don't care about what he likes, Roy.
Bro,
I care about the 3 points.
Bro. The thing about he doesn't like Rebic doesn't even like playing football anymore. Have you seen how he's been playing so far? Are you serious?
Like, who cares about what he likes, man? Like he can play a second striker. I don't care. Like,
bro. Since we opened about Rebic, let's just talk about Rebic. Did he actually say that? Did this joker of a player say that?
No. But
it is. He got in a fight with the Croatian coach for the national team because he played him on the right and he played Perisic on the left, and he told him, "No, I need to play on the left and Perisic on the right," and that's where the fight started.
Yeah. So Rebic apparently okay. So even what you said right now, yeah. It makes sense to me why he doesn't play Rebic on the right. But I also agree with you, Anwar. We have a job to do right now, and it needs to get done.
Yeah, like I care about the 3 points, not about Rebic feelings, man.
Yeah, and honestly, I think I want to try Rebic top again.
I think at some point Leao was playing second striker. It's not even like on the right.
But we play the best football when Rebic is up there and then Leao is on the left. That's when the team actually played.
Yeah,
and
none of that long
and Saelemaekers was working his ass off for the team in that period as well.
I mean, Roy, to be honest with you, like for me, Saelemaekers, Castillejo, Messias, Diaz, all these guys, I would actually give them for free to another team. I give them to.
Okay, fine, but
I want to get rid of Saelemaekers, but At this point, it doesn't even matter who's
I'm
out
ready
there
to make
anymore.
this bet. I'm ready. As soon
No,
as
but you know,
Saelemaekers
Roy,
was, wait, let me make
Saelemaekers
this
had
bet.
chances.
Let me make this bet. As soon as Saelemaekers starts his first game again, Milan is going to score many goals. You're going to see that. You're going to
I
see
don't
that.
think it's because of Saelemaekers, man. I think
No,
because of
no,
the pressure we didn't win tonight.
no, but Saelemaekers is like a Gattuso. He works his ass off.
Nah,
He never
I
stops.
don't think
Yeah.
that, man.
And those kind of players are what you need to destroy the psychology of your
Yeah,
opponents.
but Roy,
You guys will
You know,
see
Roy,
it.
I would
I'm
actually
not going to talk
play
about it
Florenzi
anymore.
there.
You will see
I would
it.
actually play Florenzi there and not Alexis.
the thing is, Roy, when Saelemaekers was there, like in the beginning of the season,
Yeah,
he still contributed nothing to the offense.
but he
We
didn't
know
need to.
we know
He
what he
didn't
can
need
do.
to.
I understand
Nathan.
that, but we
No,
know
no,
what
no,
he
no.
can do defensively, Roy.
So
I
what,
like what
guys?
he does
In the
defensively.
beginning of the season, what were we doing? We were winning every single game. Who
Yes,
was
but
playing?
Roy,
It's not
it
because of
wasn't because
Alexis, Roy.
I'm not saying it's because of Alexis, but I'm saying his work up there was making everybody work harder. We
Yeah,
were
but
winning the ball
Roy,
in better positions, and then we
we
were
had
scoring.
our
that's
best
also
winning
down to
strike.
having
Okay,
Rebic up
Roy.
top as well.
No, actually, to counter argument this is that our best win strike is now. We had 13 games we did not
No,
lose.
we
We
didn't.
had 2 draws, 11 wins,
That's
and
not.
Saelemaekers does not start.
No. This was our
Yes,
best.
it's
Right here, I have it here on the computer.
but
Our
how many
best,
games is that?
our best streak was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, all the way up to 12 games without losing in the beginning. All these
I'm saying we
games,
have now 13, Roy.
all these games. Look, 1-0, 4-1, 2-0,
Yeah, I know, Roy.
1-1,
I'm not saying the
2-0,
opposite.
1-2,
I agree with you.
3,
All I'm saying is that
3,
with Messias, we
4,
are still not losing, man.
2.
Yeah,
But
Roy,
this streak
Roy,
is
I
good,
would
guys.
agree with you if Saelemaekers was like pulling
Yeah.
defenders out of position and things
But
like
that's
that.
what he does. Exactly.
He doesn't. He doesn't.
Yes,
He
exactly.
doesn't.
That's what he does.
He
You
doesn't.
just said it.
He doesn't pull.
He doesn't just pull defenders. He pulls midfielders. Everybody.
Oh, man.
But he doesn't do that. What
Yeah,
he
guys,
does
I
is
don't
he
think, Roy,
wins
you
if
the
guys-
ball.
Alexis played tonight, we would win. Like,
I-
it was not
I
about
don't know
Alexis.
either. I don't know
Roy.
either. I'm not saying.
I think it was more about the approach of the game and the reading of Pioli. Like, that was way off. It's not
Okay,
just
guys.
like even with
Obviously,
Alexis, we would
obviously,
still
we
play the
can't
long
have
balls and
listen. Obviously, well, I don't know that because you play long balls when your team is long, when the distance between the
yeah,
attacker
but
and the defender
Messias
is
is
long.
more
Yeah,
technical than
When-
Alexis.
it doesn't matter when you're more compact because people are running back and people are getting closer. Then the team becomes shorter. So that's another reason why Saelemaekers needs to play because with Saelemaekers, the team is more compact, is shorter. So you don't need to play so many long balls. And
We
that's-
still played the long. Well, the reason why we didn't play long balls in the beginning is because Rebic was playing up top. So therefore, you cannot give him the type of balls that you give
No.
Giroud and Ibra because he's not going to win them over the defenders. We were actually
No,
forced
I
to
think
build the
we
play
could
up.
have won if we played Ibra and Giroud up top and we continued crossing.
Okay, if all of these are ifs. I'm not
Yeah,
saying I
yeah,
know
yeah.
for sure,
This
but
is
you
down
guys
to
don't tell
Pioli.
me you know for sure either.
No, we're not. No one's
We're
saying
just-
for
we're
sure.
just
This is why we said
doing a
this
lot
is
of
down.
ifs.
This is why I said this is down to Pioli and him simply not being brave enough to change something, to change the system mid-game.
All right. Hey, okay, fine. I want to close my Saelemaekers take here. I bet nothing, whatever, that the first game he starts, he's going to miss his chances. People are going to scream at him, whatever. He's going to keep on doing that, but the team will score 3 or 4 goals.
Look, if it happens, fantastic. I'm
Like,
gonna be
I don't
happy,
care at
but-
this point, Roy. Like,
But, right, I
but
don't
next
care.
year we need a right wing, man. We need a solution there. Like a good, actually proper right winger. We need a player who plays there. We need that in Milan, bro. Every top team has that. Why not us? If we have Leao, we can have someone else there.
It will come, guys. It will come.
It's
And
not
again,
just
even-
Leao.
and
It's
let's
not.
say
It's,
we
it's
switch
the
to a
whole.
3-5-2.
But with
Or
the players we have
3-4-3.
now, Anwar, bro.
Yes,
Yeah.
and Roy, I'll say this: if we switch to even like a 3-4-3, I would prefer to have Saelemaekers because he would have less of an attacking or an offensive creativity burden on him. But his hard work would serve very well in the midfield. I'm
It would
perfectly
show up
fine with
much
that.
more.
But in a 4-2-3-1, in a 4-2-3-1, you have to have players that are like at City and Bayern for this formation to be truly effective on a consistent basis. You cannot have the defense and the midfield and then only one aspect of the offense and think that you're going to continue having good fortune for the entire season. Your luck is going to run out because you simply do not have the players required for that formation to work for the whole year or even 98%
It's
of
not
the
only
year.
the luck, Nathan, it's also the year closing. Like when you get to the last 10 games,
Well,
if you
that's
are
not,
going
yeah,
for the
yeah,
Serie A, the lower team clubs who are not fighting for anything, they have no reason to play football with you.
yeah.
They're just gonna
Like
sit there.
if
And
you,
now you need to create, actually.
I wish YouTube wouldn't be such hoes about the whole copyright crap because I would love to like look at the game and you can see in the center of the field we have 2 players surrounded by 5 of the opposition. There's no movement from our players. And remember, Roy, remember when I said in the beginning that there wasn't really any movement from the 3 behind the forwards, and then they started doing it, and our team was playing good. There's no flow from those 3 players behind the forwards anymore. Literally no flow from them.
No, I agree with you, Nathan. I think in these games that are
Are you talking
close,
about
midfielders open the game.
Are you talking
They
about
actually score or give the assist.
Are you talking about the 3 attacking midfielders?
The three
No, no,
players
no.
behind the striker do not have any sort of interchange between them in terms of positioning.
Okay, and again, Nathan, who was doing all of that work? Who was doing all those
No,
interchanges?
Roy, I'm talking about all of them,
Saelemaekers
Roy.
Saelemaekers
But
was running all the way to the left. He was running in the middle. He was
okay,
on the
but
right.
Roy,
He was on the back. He was always the extra
but
man.
Roy, that's one person, Roy. We need
But yeah,
all
that's all you
3 of
need.
them to do it.
Well, but
That's the
none of
thing.
but it's not in Leao's game. The thing is, like, you also have to
That's why this
a
formation is not
coach
going to
has to
work.
choose. A coach can't. There's some mechanisms that you just can't change. Theo Hernandez is always going to play like that. Okay, he's
Yeah.
always going to play Theo Hernandez. Leao is always going to be Leao. Messias is always going to be Messi. Is always the player is born that way. He's always going to be that way.
So
So
don't use a formation that requires that. Then.
he has 3 players that stay stationary in their positions. Leao always stays on the left. Messias always on the right, and Diaz always in the middle.
Yes, and I understand that. But that's why you cannot use this formation because this formation requires players to not be so stuck in one spot. That's why I say that this formation is not going to be like we'd be better off playing a 4-3-3.
Yeah, like one example is that most of the cases you have Leao trying to run up the corner or trying to get from the behind the fullback, but he never actually tries to go in the midfield. He does not cut it to go inside the midfield like Robin would or some other winger would. And that comes also to the coach. You actually tell your winger, actually, you are good with this, but what if you actually give this probability to the defender where he doesn't know where you're going? Because either you go left or you go right, you're still gonna beat him. I don't know, like for me, that's automatism that you actually create within the team. And if they're not created like consistently every week out, it's hard to actually do that within one game. And against these games who are gonna like sit at the back and wait for you, not play football, and every 5 minutes someone is at the floor because his foot is hurting him or whatever, his ass. And now it's 2 minutes of the time, and you're getting caught into the time and the pressure of actually scoring a goal. And the more the game goes 0-0, the more you lose it. Like you lose your grasp over the game. That's what happened to us tonight. And
It's
Napoli
happening a
looked
lot.
much more confident in the last 10 minutes. They were they were actually passing the ball very lazy because they knew even if they lose it, Milan would not score. Like you could actually see that in Bologna players.
Yeah, it felt like they had it under lock.
Like they locked the draw.
Yeah.
And that's on the coach. He did not try the right solutions because I believe with the team we have, we can still break this Bologna team or Spezia
Oh, of
or
course, man.
Udinese, bro.
Of course.
Like
We should be
it's
able.
a repetitive game. It's not just tonight. You know, we
Guy-
should think about this not just tonight. We should think about it throughout the season. It happened many times.
If we can break down Inter, we can break down Bologna. So yeah.
Yeah. If we break down Napoli and Roma and Lazio, bro, it makes no sense that you struggle this much against the lower team tables. It doesn't make sense to me, bro. And
Not this
another reason
consistently.
is
It's like it.
one
If it was
other
like
one other
one or
thing
two
is that
games, that's one thing.
we play dead in San Siro. We really don't look good. I don't
In
know
San
why,
Siro?
but away games we just play better.
Yeah, I think it's all the pressure of the fans, and also just another thing, guys.
Like 2 years ago, Roy, like a year ago or last year, we actually were better in home than away.
Yeah, no,
Like
I know that. I see it. I see it. The fans. I don't know if you guys heard. I don't know what you were listening to when you're watching the game, but you could hear some of the fans in the stands. Dude, these guys are fucking possessed by demons, man. Like, what the fuck is wrong with some of these people, man? Like, just shouting,
what
just
did you hear?
fucking, just fucking shouting, just obscenities and fucking. I don't know to who.
It happens, you know, Roy. That's
I
part of
couldn't.
football now.
I couldn't understand to who they were saying that. It sounded like they were doing it to the Milan players.
You know, Roy, like imagine if you actually go and watch Milan throughout the Denter era, and you watched them last year lose the Scudetto when we were first because of some random choices, and this year we are again top of Serie A, and we're still making the wrong choices. I mean, I could get why they are like frustrated. Imagine if you bought that fourth kit,
No,
man.
but these are crazy guys. These are crazy. I'm talking about crazy people. I'm not talking about normal people.
Yeah,
These
but
are
I
Roy,
know, I
crazy.
know,
at
but
some
that
point you
exists
gotta
everywhere, you
be,
know,
you gotta sit
Roy,
there
like
and
everywhere.
like you gotta as a fan, you gotta admit, you know, like it's the same things keep happening over and over again, and they're not being addressed. You have every right to start cursing. Like, I mean, that's just how it is. And if
You
you
know,
want the fans to
what's
be on
sad
your
tonight
side, then
is
you need to play. You need to deserve the praise from the fans.
I
If
know,
you don't
like
deserve it,
tonight, if we won,
that's what happens.
if we do some math, guys, if we actually add up all these games that we lost or either drew against these dead ass teams, we could have been declared probably next week or this week champions of Scudetto.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's right.
So it's on us, bro. It's not on Inter. It's not on the refs. The ref was great tonight. It's us fucking ourselves. Us like it- at this point, it's our fault.
Yeah, of course, man. When you are first, and when it's your responsibility to stay first. Of course, it's nobody else's fault but yours.
I
That's the
mean,
way
we're
it is.
still first, but we're just losing random points in easy games. Like
And
people
then we
are
don't even
praying to
create
have these
chances in
games,
those
man.
games.
Well, look, it's clear that when it comes to these teams that close their defenses, Milan struggles. So
Yeah,
That's
they
that's
have,
on the coach,
but
Roy.
that's the whole point. That's what you should be practicing
yeah,
in
Yeah,
practice.
and
For the
I
whole
think
week.
that's what they do. I do
As a matter
think
of fact,
that was,
what they should do,
I
what
don't
they
think
should do is
they
they should
do
have
that properly, Roy,
and
because
don't
neither
every
do
think
I.
time we face the same issues.
Yeah, and I think the
like
issue, like I remember Allegri when he was at Milan, he was saying it was the last 10, 8. That's similar to this last games, and he was saying that the team was training intensity so hard that he had to stop the trainings every 10 minutes because their players were just so fucking intense. This is when he won the
But you know,
Scudetto.
Roy, it's a different team. Allegri had really world-class players.
No. But I'm talking about mentality, not about like
But
he
still,
needs
even in mentality, you know,
he
they are
needs to push him
experienced. They
harder.
won everything. Like
Okay,
if you have a team with Nesta,
but
Thiago
but
Silva,
okay,
Ibra,
but this is not an
Robinho.
excuse, Anwar. This is not an excuse.
I
Like
know, but it
you
gives you
still have.
more, like, I don't know. Like, if you look at Juve over the last 9 years, by the time they won five of them, if they are going for the sixth, they have all the experience and knowledge about how to do that, you know? Milan does not have that. Even the coach does not have that.
No, and this
Pioli
is what
never won anything.
and this is what
Like,
I'm saying. It looks like
he needs
he's
to learn
not
better
doing this
for
pro.
me.
But they can figure it out. I mean, all they have to,
I
in
mean,
my
I haven't
opinion,
seen a plan B, like a
in my,
working plan B in Milan. We have
in,
a great plan A, but the plan Bs, we tried many plan Bs. None of them is actually getting us anything.
this is my opinion about this, and then this is what they should do, in my opinion. They should train with more intensity, and we should start playing with Saelemaekers. That's all I got to say. This is my if. This is my if.
And look, and I don't even care if Saelemaekers starts. I don't care. I just want to see us play good. Like when I was looking at the games, yesterday, and looking at how Inter, Napoli, and Juventus and Atalanta, I'm looking at their overall gameplay, and look how they create their chances compared to us. Like
Atalanta?
we play so bad. Thank God
Well,
our team has
we
tons
can
of
say that,
stamina.
Nathan. How many games have we won now? 1-0. Like, I think we have the best record for that throughout Europe this year.
Yeah, but I
Many
think
games, or either we
that's
won
good
with
to have, but
one goal difference or one goal difference.
like that's good to
Many
have,
games.
but I don't care. I don't care about winning
Uh,
1-0.
but it's not
Like even if
convincing,
we win
Nathan.
1-0, it's about how you play. We don't play good.
But to
We're
be
very
honest with you,
boring, very
Nathan, I
ugly.
don't think Napoli or Inter or Juve plays good either.
No. I'm talking about in how they create their chances. They're not
I
just
think it's pretty similar, to be
hooping the
honest with you,
ball.
Nathan.
They're not just launching the ball and hope that Leao can do something. These guys build up the play. We don't build up the play. We're just so
Well,
one-dimensional.
I don't know.
Like
Like, for
this.
me, it feels like with 31st, how many? 32 attempts tonight. I mean, we tried.
Yeah, but
That's for sure. There was effort.
those attempts are those attempts are like if you want to put them in terms of like the goal possibility are
Mm.
all like 3%.
But
We don't create
Nathan, would you agree
chances.
with me? Against teams like this or defenses like this, it's actually
Right.
players like Messi, De Bruyne, I don't know, like Ronaldo, these type of guys who actually break them. Because
Exactly.
you need
Which
that
that
player
requires
with the extra
creativity.
flair, extra. And we didn't. I mean, we're hoping that Giroud, who's 37, and Ibra, who's 41, are gonna do that for us. No, it should or Leao, and Leao did that many nights this season. So I cannot blame him only for tonight, and he
And
tried at
But
least.
and
but
even
but
tonight he was
hold on,
dribbling people
Anwar. But
and he has no one to pass the
sorry,
ball to.
Anwar. But you need to be fair, man, because Ibrahimovic has scored. Like in 19 games, he scored 15 goals, something crazy like that this season.
No, I agree, Roy.
Giroud has scored big goals against Napoli, against
But
Inter.
Roy, even Ibra will tell you in an interview, I'm old. I'm 41, man.
Ah, okay,
I cannot do this anymore like the way I do. And
okay, but
that
if
should
he
not be
scores,
our plan, you know?
but
Yeah, but
fine. But
look
this is who we have,
when
guys. I mean,
but when Zlatan was
I
up
know, I
when
know,
in the
but
beginning of the
that's
year
also
when
on
Zlatan
decision
was up
making,
top.
Roy.
Yeah, but in the beginning of the year when Zlatan was playing up top, the big part of the reason why we played so well is because he would actually drop a little further into midfield.
Yeah,
He does not even do that now, and that is down to coaching instructions.
true.
And that lack of extra person in there to help build up the play, it's killing us. As soon as,
All
a
right,
matter of
I have
fact,
a
as soon
question
as
for
he
you
stopped
guys
doing
because
that,
I really want
we
to
stopped
understand
playing
this,
good.
and even for the chat. Why do you think Diaz was left for the whole game and was not sub? I
Yeah,
really want to
it
understand
doesn't make
why.
sense.
well, for me, it's
Because
he
if you're
wanted to keep it.
crossing, I
Go ahead,
mean,
sorry.
we're not even playing on the 10. We're not even giving him the ball. Why was he still there? It's like you're playing with 10 men.
Yeah,
Well, look,
our system is not helping. Our system really is number 10 dependent, but the way we
Yeah,
play, we do a lot of long ball and crossing. So actually having Diaz there really
we
doesn't
need actually a
benefit the
10
team
like
at all.
Prince Boateng. That kind of player
Yeah.
he would actually fit the system because you
Yeah.
need him to be physical, strong, tall. He can run, he can shoot outside the box, he can dribble and pass. He needs to do all of that,
Yeah.
even defend.
And he
Because
can't be lacking in any of those areas.
that's how you keep our balance in the midfield. And that's why he started playing Kessié at some point. So why tonight not play Kessié the way you did for all the last 10 games? Like some choices were just random to me, bro.
I think if he played Kessié, it would have been even worse. I think
And you know
No,
what?
bro, we won
I'll even
actually
say
with
this.
Kessié.
I'll
Bro,
even
we
say
the
won
this.
actually
quality
those
of
games with
football would be
Kessié.
worse. I think
I even
But
think
no, I
Saelemaekers would
think
probably
tonight
do
it was
better.
the worst, sir.
it was
think
pretty bad.
Yeah,
tonight.
I think Saelemaekers would even do better than Diaz. Because at least Saelemaekers has the height
yeah.
to do it.
I said it many times, bro. I told you, like, I would love to see Alexis as a
I-
10, not on the right flank. I said it
So
many times.
my thing about what's up, Laird? How you doing?
What's up, guys? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
What's
we
up
can hear
there?
you.
Just real fast, and then we'll give Laird the word. My thing about Diaz tonight is that I did see him try to do some interesting things in the middle, but the players around him, every time they got the ball, was bad touch. It was Giroud did not understand one thing. That was one play. They never got it right. The synchrony was never correct. Messias's touches were bad in that area. Leao's touches were bad in that area. Giroud's touches were bad in that area. So I can't blame Diaz when everybody else in that specific area is playing really poorly.
No,
That's
I
my
agree
issue.
with you on that. But the fact is, we still are very dependent on crossing the ball. So
Yeah, so because
and
it's easier to cross the ball. So they go on the sides because Bologna is pushing you to the sides. You have more space, so you cross the balls. I agree. That's a cop out. I totally
it
agree.
is. And you know what?
Roy,
You just said something very
why would
important.
you sub actually Giroud for Ibra or not keep both of them? Because you're actually crossing the whole time.
That's a good point.
And Roy, you brought up something very important too. You said that we are being forced outside, which means we have a lack of control in the midfield.
Well, in the 10, in the number 10 area. But as I said, it's not because of Diaz. It's because everybody else was making mistakes there.
And this is a little off topic, but was it raining at the San Siro?
Oh, I don't know, but it looked like they were playing on ice. Everybody,
Yeah,
I
like
mean,
I thought the field
everybody was
super
slipping and sliding.
saturated, very super saturated. That's what it looked
Nathan was raining and the paint in the shirt didn't stick.
like. The players were crying. That's why the field was too wet.
Yo, that shirt, guys, like that shirt sucks.
I just want to say something. I didn't watch the game today because of that shirt.
Oh, you did the right thing.
I'm not gonna accept something like this. Never in my life.
You did the right thing there because you would have pulled your eyes out watching this performance.
I know maybe the team didn't play perfectly the way we dreamed them to play. I knew that before. Not even with the most beautiful shirt we had. Probably they wouldn't. But the decision not to watch this game was for that shirt. They can do everything to me. They can put Belotti as a striker instead of buying a decent one for money reason. But making my team look ugly as fuck for money reason, it doesn't make any sense to me.
Is that you boycotted the game tonight for that reason, for real?
Yeah, I don't accept that. I feel ashamed for the people that actually bought that shirt. I feel sorry for them. They really don't have a brain, in my opinion.
Wow.
It's just bad. In my opinion.
Capitalism at its finest.
I am pro capitalism, but there is a limit to everything. You know what I mean?
This is taking it to a level of shamelessness. Exactly.
We have a sponsor every fucking place on that shirt, and that is awful. But I know Serie A is shit. We don't have money, and the league doesn't give a shit. The government doesn't give a shit. So we need to find a way to make our own money. You know. So let's put a sponsor like the Brazilian teams used to do. And now we have the same sponsor that the Brazilian team has in their shirt. And there's gonna be a day that we're gonna put a sponsor instead of the name of the players. It's gonna come that day, and I'm gonna accept that as well. That's fine. But those colors, man, those designs, it's not AC Milan, man. What is that team? Doesn't represent us. Nothing at all.
I thought their shirts.
Just
I don't
ask
like
me,
those
ask me £10. You as a club go on for a statement and tell me, I'm gonna put out this shirt, or you're gonna give me 30 quid. I'll give you 30 quid. Just don't put out that shirt. Seriously. Just don't do that.
It was a distraction.
It was awful.
It was a distraction for sure.
And I saw 5 minutes of the game when Giroud had that header before the first half finished, you know. And it just looks ugly, man. Doesn't look AC Milan.
It looks worse.
It's ugly.
It looks worse in real life than it did in like the picture.
Oh, you seen it?
Like, well, I mean, like just from the players, like
Oh,
a picture can
gotcha.
like can look glamorous.
You know, like, Laird,
whatnot.
I said the same thing you said, man. Like I told them, rather than focusing on playing the game tonight and winning, we're focusing on our fourth kit. So next game we'll bring the fifth kit, guys. It's gonna be black and gold.
It's just ugly, man. I don't understand. That is ugly.
And it's the
shirt.
wrong time, man. At least
It's
win
just-
the Scudetto and bring the fourth kit. I don't care. I'll go buy it, even if it's ugly.
No, man. Even if they win the Scudetto, that is something I'm never gonna accept. That kid is shameless, and I hope people understand. I hope people understand from the social media reaction, the marketing team, and everyone. They understand that this is bad. This is really bad. This is really bad. Is I don't know, man. Fuck it. Anyway, going back to football. I didn't watch the game, but just want to calm down everyone. I know I heard the live started with Nathan saying Pioli out. Of course, it was a kind of a trying to how you say it. It's not really meaning it that. It's literally
No, not like that.
stubborn.
Nah, I was just mad at his tactics. Is all.
Yeah, exactly. I know, but I think you guys knew we're not gonna win all the 8 games we have in front of us. We have it's. I think it's impossible. No team that is the top 3, Napoli, Inter, and us, is going to win all the 8 game or 7 now in front of us. So it's a matter of who loses less points in this path.
It's just how we play. Like we don't create like clear-cut chances.
We need Saelemaekers back on the right, man. We need him on the right back.
Well,
I'm
I
done.
don't care. I don't care if you put your brother on the right. I just want someone who's gonna be effective. Like I don't even care anymore. I don't care.
I think Messias is not just one dimension type of player. And if you want the game Messias does, you need to put him on the left. So he's gonna run on the end and cross the ball, and but Messias, it doesn't give anything. Doesn't give anything in terms of other stuff in the game. I'm sorry. And Saelemaekers needs to come back. He's proven that with Saelemaekers in the pitch, I don't know. We score more goals. I don't know. We are more effective. We win more games. I don't know if you look at the stats, probably we won more games with Saelemaekers on the right than actually Messias.
Actually, it's not true, Larry. We won 12 games, or we did not lose in 12 games with Alexis. We did not lose 13 games with Messias. So it's about the same.
Winning. What about winning? Games win.
Winning, we won about the same games. We won 11 there and 11 here.
Starting with Messias.
Bro, I don't care. Like even start Castillejo now.
No, I don't believe we won 12 games starting with Messias. I don't think Messias started more than 15 games.
It's the last 13 games we played. Look at the last 13 games. We did not lose a single game. I think he started all of them.
How many we won?
We won 11 out of 13.
Last 13 games we won 11.
Yeah.
How the fuck is possible?
No, the problem
it's the same
is that
stats.
we're winning by small margins. When Saelemaekers was playing, we're winning convincingly, and we're winning by big margins.
Yeah, but Saelemaekers wasn't part of the play.
But
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
he
not. He was
was. Oh
not
my
part of.
God, that is so
Our goal was
sorry,
coming
wrong.
guys.
from
No,
the
no,
left
no.
side, man.
Sorry. 1 second. But we drew. We lost against Spezia. We drew against Salernitana, and we drew this one as
Yeah, that's
well.
before, man. That's after. Look at the last 13 games, bro.
Yeah, Saelemaekers started some of those games, and we won them.
I
Messias
don't
also
know
started.
exactly who started or who did not, but I saw Messias start more than
Saelemaekers
Alexis.
has started most of the games so far.
The first 11 games, Saelemaekers started all of them, and we won
Well,
all
yeah,
of them.
because Macias wasn't even able to play. We had no one else to play other than him or Florenzi, who was horrible out there.
I have sorry, I don't want to take the conversation back to the kit thing, but I do have a question for Laird. This is a serious question. Now, what if I don't know if this is true. I don't know if this is true, but Red John says apparently the new kit has been a success on the sale department.
Yeah, I read that too.
Oh, okay, so maybe it is true. So, what do you think that this disgrace, abomination of an AC Milan shirt actually gives Milan the kind of money that they'll need to buy a top striker?
Yeah, but at least
That's
got
not
good
true.
shirts.
That's not. It's impossible. That's not possible because the Puma gets 85% of the money of the sales. Milan gets a fixed amount and a percentage of the sales. That's it. So we get maybe the money of
this was
the
for
name
Puma.
of the player.
It was for Puma, not for Milan.
No, it was for the sponsor. They put a sponsor under Puma. I don't know. It's a name. You can read the name under the logo of Puma. I think that is the sponsor that paid for this fourth kit. So they had like a fixed amount, like I don't know, 10 million, 8 million, 6 million, whatever, to wear at once and get 6 million. I don't know the whole story behind the success is relative because everyone was saying that these kits sold more on pre-order than the first one we have, no, the red and black one. But the reaction is different. The red and black goes out at the end of the season, beginning of the next season. So you have a 3 months time to buy. So no one go crazy with pre-order. They just chill out and have a time. This one is the fourth kit. Nothing new is happening. That doesn't have any competition. So a lot of people go and pre-order it. The first and the second kit divide all the pre-orders. So people buy the white because they prefer the white, or they buy the red. Or some people they don't buy the red and black because I have the one of the year before. So fuck it.
Okay,
So,
but regardless, even if it's by small margins, what if those small margins is what tips off the operation of, let's say, Botman and Sanchez?
No, it's
They're
not
gonna
need
buy
Botman.
Messias.
It's not possible. It's not possible. That is maybe if we are lucky, a 5 million deal.
Yeah, but I'm saying that if it's a 5 million,
Well,
we just need a million there, and we got him.
Roy does have a point there, Laird, because many of the potential signings that we missed out on have all been within 1 to 5 mil.
No, Nathan, don't believe to calciomercato.com
Nathan
and,
is right.
and
No,
Milan.
I mean,
Don't
this is
don't
true.
believe
This is
this
true.
shit. No, don't believe
Mo-
this shit.
No, it is. It
Don't
is.
no.
This is
Don't,
true.
For now,
Most-
like,
bro,
hold on.
don't say it
No,
is.
no,
Don't say
because
it is
because
no
right
one
now,
of us is there.
no, hold on, right
don't
now,
say it.
hold on, right now, Milan wants to get Florenzi, but Milan is asking for 3 million, and Roma is saying no, it's 4.5 million, right?
But
So-
Roy,
Yeah.
we are asking that because we think that's the value of the player, not because we don't have the money to buy Florenzi for 4 million instead
Yeah.
of 3.
But Laird,
That's because we think that is the value.
No,
And
okay,
you always
but
should
but
behave like this.
it looks like Milan is just going to pay 4.5 in the end. But I'm just saying, even if like for Renato Sanchez, it's a matter of 3 million, and this shirt brings us that 3 million, like wouldn't that be a positive thing?
No, because guys, we need to grow up here in this talk, please. These are all planned 12 months before, man. They're not planned yesterday. Oh, let's do this and let's print it and let's bring it out. These are deals planned 12 months before.
No, but I'm not saying that. I'm not talking about how I'm talking about. Obviously, it's there to bring in
How the fuck?
revenue.
No, how the fuck they know this 3 million is gonna help the transfer of that single player.
Well,
Of course,
It's not that.
sometimes,
It's not
no.
that they
It's,
know. It's
I know,
just a little bit
Nathan.
extra that they can add.
yeah,
to
it's, you
Nathan,
have a little bit more in your bank account, man. What's
I
Yeah,
the
that's
I
all
difference?
it is.
understand,
Like if
guys.
like if
We
had
can
the
accept
chance of
for this reason. No,
I
guys. I know.
agree. This shirt is an abomination, Larry.
It's an abomination, guys. For
But
5
but
million, just ask your supporters. Just go online and ask your supporters. If don't give me 20 quid, each of you guys, I'm gonna go and play with this shirt. And you're gonna see everyone is gonna give you 20 quid. That is an abomination. You're gonna tell me now, if we wear a black and blue shirt, we're gonna get 15 million. We're gonna do that? No.
we're
There
not
is a
saying
limit
50
on this.
mil, like 3 to
No,
5
there is a
million.
limit on this. We need
Well,
to stop.
we're going to
We've
find
missed out
out.
on many.
We're going
we've
to
missed
find
out on
out.
This is a
many
limit for
players
me.
We're going
This
to
is a
find
limit
out.
for me. Nathan, this is a limit. Put a yellow. People are gonna buy it, man. Put a fucking white and red. Put
Larry,
other colors. People are going to buy it.
Larry, unfortunately, we are not in the position to. Well, when I say we, I'm talking about Milan, of course. We're not in the position.
No, we are,
to where
Nathan. We are. This is a wrong marketing move.
But listen,
We
we're
can
not
say
in
what
the
is it. It's a
position-
wrong marketing
We're
move.
not in the
It is.
position where you can just decline anywhere between.
Yes,
3
you
to
can
5
do
million.
that, Nathan. No, you can do that. Stop saying we need money, desperately need money. Stop saying this. We are in the position to say
we
no
do
to
kinda need
a
money.
3 million deal.
But okay,
This is
okay,
bullshit, in my
okay,
opinion.
okay. But
A full stadium, full San Siro to see that shit over there. After 2 years, a full San Siro to see that shit over there. We should actually say this. Man, this is my fucking channel, and I'm gonna say this. This is a shit of marketing move. And I
Okay.
hope somebody clips that and put it out there.
No, we agree. We agree. In fact, with the
3
full
million.
stadium,
Just ask
with
us, and we give you 3 million.
with the
Fucking
full
go and do a
stadium-
friendly in United States and get 3 million from the stadium.
with the full stadium for the first time in 2 years, and you're playing at home, you need to wear red and black.
no, but
You
we
need to
all
wear
agree
something
on this.
decent.
We all agree on this.
But
We all
you-
And
agree.
there is
Larry,
no
we-
money, Roy. There is no
No,
money.
of course
50
there
million,
is.
maybe.
Of course there
50
is.
million, maybe. Between 50 and 3 million, no.
No, okay, but for them, they try to make every penny counts for them. Obviously, if they do this, you know,
Do it properly.
They
put a decent shirt.
they have to come up with ways to increase the revenue. So now, I guess this is something they'll do. This is going to be a novelty kind of shirt. Obviously, the design makes no sense because, like, if it's your fourth kit, the colors should be completely different. Shouldn't be a mesh of the second kit and the first kit. Makes
Yeah.
no sense whatsoever. This is a novelty thing to make a. I don't know how much revenue they'll make out of it. We will find out because I'm sure the news will come out, and we'll see if all of this is going to help Milan grow even further.
This is sorry, guys. This is scrapping the bottom. This is not making revenue. This is saying out there, oh, Milan is ready to do everything for money.
Yeah,
And which is
I
not,
think they
which
are.
is not-
I think
and
this
then-
kind of
no,
shows
it's
that
not
they are.
true. That's not true. That's not true. Because if you are willing to do everything with money for money, you do other things, not that. You do other things. You don't do that.
Yeah, but you do other things, including this.
No. It's an awful shirt, and this is the design that suits the brand, the sponsor that paid for the design.
Well,
They have
Larry,
this
I'll say
design.
this.
I don't know what the fuck they do. I don't want to
Scared
even
money
actually.
don't
If I
make
know
money,
what they
Larry.
do, I'm gonna fucking sabotage what they do.
I think.
I'm gonna fucking draw a big dick on their fucking headquarters with written AC Milan on there, and tell them this is a good design. Keep this. I'll give you 50 quid. Keep it for a day.
So do you agree, Larry, that if a shirt was actually cool and it looked cool and it was really cool, then you wouldn't be having this conversation?
At all.
So it's the
No,
design. The design is
I'll
just
tell you
awful.
what, Roy. I'll tell you what. If the shirt added a meaning about our history and what is AC Milan,
I mean,
That's a great
even
idea.
if it's ugly, but at least represents us. Even if it's ugly, but represents us as a football club, I'm okay with that. But this thing doesn't represent us at all in 120 years of history. What the fuck is this shit?
It's the mesh between the second and the first. shirt. That's what
No,
it
this
is.
is no mesh here.
Well, that's what they tried to do. It came out very poorly.
Yeah.
But
Well, it's poor, to be honest with you. The kid looks
Anyway, we
awful.
didn't lose for this kid. Let's bring the conversation in.
just to end
more.
this, if I know Anwar, if you were saying something, but I just want to say they were also doing ads for their classic kits, by the way, in the stadium. Anyway, go ahead.
Like, Roy, if we're looking for money, we'd have sold KC, not
Yeah.
sell like
Good point.
fourth
That's a
kit.
good point.
No, if you are looking for 3 million, you can just send Kesse to Barcelona 6 months early for free, and you save 3 million on the salary.
My problem with today's kit is I have two problems with today's kit. First of all, I don't like it. It's like get us proper designers for Milan, or at least get Adidas back. Or second thing is that it's the wrong time. It is
Yeah,
the wrong time to
I
actually
agree
bring
with
your
that.
fourth kit and tell me to go buy it. No,
I definitely agree.
go
with
win the Serie A and even bring 7 new kits. I will go buy them.
that. And it's so slimy because the stadium was packed. The new stadium was
Yeah.
packed. So
Yeah. That's what I said. It should have been you're playing at home, and it's packed like this after such a long time. You have to wear the iconic colors, the colors that
Yeah.
every Milan fan symbolizes with.
100%.
Like, come on, man.
And I think we played with the
100%.
third kit and fourth kit now in San Siro. We play with the third kit and fourth kit in San Siro. The black jersey and this new jersey. I mean, that's sad, man. Like, why? Why would you do this?
I don't know,
Because
man.
you're looking
Whatever.
for 3 million? I
Well,
agree with Lair here.
hold on,
Because
hold on.
if,
Let's see how much it makes. Well, I don't.
all right,
let's-
Roy, just to tell you this, I agree with Lair. I think Milan has the money, but the way they negotiate is that they negotiate as a poor man. Like, they can pay you 10 million, but they will tell you I'm gonna pay for 3.
Well, that's how all negotiations are. You never start high. You
No,
always
Milan
start low.
is a bit too far, man. Even with the contracts.
I agree, but I guess for normal stature negotiations, you don't start high unless you're looking for
Right.
that median
So,
number.
so if Barca is willing to pay Kessie what he wants, why can we not pay him that?
Because
Listen.
Barcelona brings in like millions upon millions more than
let's not go
us.
to the transfer market. Let's stay.
Yeah.
I'll make it simple to you. I'll make it simple to you. Find a sponsor that has their brand is yellow, because we had a yellow shirt, a yellow fourth shirt in our history. We had more than once. We have a gold yellow. We had a normal yellow. We had a lot of them. Find a fucking brand that has a yellow logo, whatever, and put a 4 kit that is yellow, and ask them, instead of 6, ask them 3 million. You make the money. Everyone is happy. Everyone buys the 4 kit. They love it. It's yellow. Comes out every 10 years. It's cool. Just do something that is that you can associate the brand. Not something that doesn't match with anything.
No,
It's like,
I liked they should do something historical, like with something with the Champions Leagues or something with that. Now that would be cool. That would be cool. That'll be like a collector's item. This, oh man,
This looked like an easy job, man. This isn't. You can actually do that. That I can do that kit on Paint. That's how serious I am.
yeah, it's just such a poor effort.
Yep.
going back to the Campeonato, guys, we are 67 points. We are still top of the table. 7 games to finish. What are you guys thinking is gonna happen in the future? Oh, this is a nice one. All red. The kit all red. The 4th kit. That we had that one as well. That was beautiful
Yep,
as well.
that'd be nice. Or
Anyway.
like white and red, the way we had it in 2012 with Ibra.
Yeah, that's cool as well. I mean, you can do a lot of them if you want to get out of
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, what do you guys think? I think we're doing well. I know that would be perfect to win all of the games, but I think we're gonna win the next 3, hopefully, and slip
Who
again
are we playing?
once.
Torino, we're playing Torino next.
Away?
Yeah.
Thank God we're playing away.
Yeah, for real. I guess we do
I mean,
have a
I'm not
chance of
sure.
winning.
Usually it's one away.
I mean, San Siro is becoming a jinx for us, man. Like we're losing more points in San Siro than away.
Well, actually, it's right there. So let's see. Um,
Yeah, I
in
think
ca-
we have 5 games incoming in San Siro. So I mean, I don't know, man.
so yeah. So in the San Siro, we have won
4.
9. No, wait, 9. V is for Vinte. So
Yeah.
9. We have tied 4, lost 3 at the San Siro. Outside of the San Siro, we have won 11, tied 3, and only lost 1.
Jesus,
So
yeah,
Yeah.
we lost 3 times in this year.
we do much better outside.
Yeah, but
And look at the
one
losses
of the
as well, bro.
one of the outside,
Yep.
one of the outside is the derby. So if I'm
Oh,
not
right.
wrong,
True.
so technically we have 10 in San Siro and 10 away. Technically, talking about geographically
Yeah.
speaking.
One number that I kind of like is a little bit better is this 56 goals for us and 56 goals for Napoli, but they're still what is that? 6 goals away from us.
6 goals. Yeah.
So we
I
still
mean,
have
the
to
scary part is
recover.
Inter now, because as the moment we thought Inter was losing this race, now they can actually believe they can
Guys,
go up
what
again.
did you see that game against Juventus? Did you guys see it?
Yeah.
I didn't watch it, but I think it was very questionable at the end, right?
Yeah,
This
Juventus
is-
definitely should have had a PK.
Yo, Inter is just being has the grace of God. Inter has the grace of God.
But normally, like Juve profits from the like I don't understand how come Inter actually now gets the good call against Juve.
Well, but you know why? Because Marotta is running
Calciopoli.
Inter. Marotta is running
But
Inter.
even Agnelli, man, or if they're trying to get back for Agnelli for the Super League, maybe.
No. No, man.
I mean, the Super League could have broke the ties with Serie A for Agnelli.
No, it's not that. It's just
But
Juventus
honestly,
is
like
shit,
Laird,
man.
when I think
Juventus is
about it,
shit.
the moment he started speaking about Super League, Juve started getting bad calls from the refs.
Nah, Juve never gets bad call from the ref. That was not a bad call for the ref. In the modern
Well,
day,
he retook
listen.
the penalty, right?
Yeah, whatever we took the penalty, that is a penalty. But even the Torino one is a penalty. That's the thing. So
What? No,
Inter
no.
should have lost against Torino.
Juventus definitely should have gotten a penalty.
Yeah,
Exactly.
they definitely
That's
should have
true.
gotten one.
But that the main goal of this of all this thing is to keep Inter there to fucking win
Yeah.
this league.
Yeah.
They need Inter
It's
to. I don't know why. I don't know fucking know why. They are making all the right calls for
I mean,
Inter.
just look at the
and-
last 5 games. Yeah. Go ahead. Larry, sorry.
No. You're saying the right thing. Just look at they're keeping Inter alive, even if they're shit and they don't know how to score a goal. They're keeping them alive with penalties, with everything.
Who is playing Inter next? Or Napoli? I want to see their schedule, for example,
I
if we
think
can.
they're playing Fiorentina.
Inter
We're
has to
playing
play against
Fiorentina as well,
Roma.
right?
Yeah.
But honestly, like, would you agree now, guys, that these teams now, Bologna, like the way they played against us, I don't know, like no ambition. They're just there to sit in the back.
Well, because
Why?
they know
Like,
they know a team like Bologna knows that if they start playing football, meaning they open up and they take risks,
I know,
they're
but
gonna
like
get
at least you
demolished.
should have that kind of ambition, even if you're not fighting for anything.
No.
You should go out there and play football.
I think it's in you.
Yeah, but when you get
that's Italy
played
for you,
into
man.
submission, it's difficult. Like it's really difficult to
No,
even
but
if you
also
want to have.
like Nathan, the players dive in and sitting on the floor, like, bro, like I watched EPL. I saw like the race against Man City and Liverpool, and I saw these teams playing them, and they wanted to win against Liverpool, and they actually some of them had some good results against them because they actually tried. But like here, when I watched Italy, even Cagliari last year, remember in San Siro, they just stood in the back like we're not trying.
Well, you
I
gotta
mean,
remember this: if
that's
Milan struggles with attack, then they can't lose. And for them, points are even
I mean,
more
it does not.
valuable
It
because
won't do them anything if they lose or win. They will still be in the same position.
yeah, but it
Yeah,
depends
Nathan.
though. It
No,
depends on
no,
how
Nathan.
close they are to relegation though.
Skål. Vad
No, Nathan. Why they don't play
Yes.
football? Why they don't play football?
Because it's better for them to gain a point than to lose all the points. You gotta remember some of these teams, they're in far more trouble than we are. Like we have the luxury of complaining that we're about to lose a Scudetto. Other teams they're playing for their actual lives. We're gonna make top four, but these guys are playing for something even more precious for their club. Remember,
No,
our
Bologna is safe,
goal
man.
first. Our goal first is top four, and then anything else after that is a bonus. Currently, right now, for the other teams like Bologna, Cagliari, teams like that, they're fighting just to make sure they can get something.
Napoli, Fiorentina at home next, and you have Napoli, Roma, and you have Empoli, Sassuolo, Torino, Genova, Spezia. Napoli is not gonna win all of them, no chance. I think Napoli is gonna lose one and draw one, in my opinion. And I see that piece of shit of Mourinho getting a point at Napoli. Maybe winning with a counter-attack football against Napoli. And he hates Spalletti. He has an issue with Spalletti or something like that.
Dude,
And
Inter's schedule is a joke. It's rigged. It's rigged. It's rigged, guys. Forget about it. Look at that schedule, my man. What the fuck is that?
I want to see Bologna if they're gonna park the bus against Inter. I'm curious because Nathan is saying they fight for their life, but they never park the bus against Inter. They go all attack and they get 3. But anyway, or Inter can lose points.
Against who?
Roma for sure. Udinese.
Roma home.
They can lose point against Udinese.
Well, they are struggling to score. So,
Empoli can bring a problem to them. And hopefully Cagliari is trying to don't get relegated and put a fight against them.
Right now, us, Milan, Inter, and Juve finding it very difficult to put the ball in the net. But Napoli, not so much.
Inter was really bad, man. I saw the game yesterday.
Yeah.
Not looking good at all. Not looking good at all.
They suffered. Fucking Allegri. They suffered, man, the whole game. Juventus was on the front foot, but Juventus just can't. Also them, like in front of goal. Nothing.
Yeah, because Juventus was on the front foot, but the ideas were a bit confusing. They didn't have a clear idea how to finish the chances. I want to see Inter next game because with Juventus, I'm not sure if it was Juventus really good or Inter really bad. So next game, Inter against Verona. Let's see. Us, it's gonna be hard for us. Torino, Genoa, there's gonna be hard games. Lazio, Fiorentina, Verona, Atalanta, Sassuolo. I'm not worried. These are teams that play football. They come and play against you. So
yeah, it's just easier for us when it's like that. When both teams are playing football, like we find the spaces, we find them.
Yeah, but that's like that. That's like that for every big team. Like it's always gonna be easier to play against teams that play more open, of course. The problem is our team has no creativity when it comes to actually breaking down a team that isn't already out of shape.
But these things, Nathan, these are things that even incredible teams struggle as well.
Yeah, but not as bad as how we do.
Well, but
We
is there some?
really have a hard time breaking teams down that park the bus.
No. I think all the
There's
teams have.
no. We do, man. We do. We're
No,
horrible
no,
at
no,
breaking teams down.
no. I think every team has that issue. I've seen
Yes,
that.
once in a while there. I agree with you. But it's for us, it's
No,
far
Nathan.
more often.
No, Nathan. Correct yourself. Once in a while, they find a team that park the bus in their leagues. Because as Anwar says, all the teams in Premier League, they are ready for a fight. They don't park the bus. Most of them try to play football, and so they don't experience this issue as often as Italian teams experience. Bayern Munich, they go and play in Germany. They find maybe one team during the whole season, or 2, 3 teams that park the bus, and most of the time they don't go through. A few times, Milan, I can tell you at least this season, 8 or 9 games, the team in front of them, they parked the bus. And 8 or 9 games is a lot of games, Nathan. I can tell you 2 games of Udinese, this one with Bologna, Cagliari. I can tell you already that Genoa is going to park the bus and go on a counter. This is a lot of games in one season. Other teams, no one in Spain parked the bus in front of Real Madrid and Barcelona. They play football. And they lose or they win or they draw, but they play football. In Italy, you're gonna find at least 10 games a season. They're literally gonna park the bus in front of you. That you have to score with a corner, with an incredible combination to win it 1-0 because it's really hard.
Yeah,
That's
but
why
the thing.
going back to what I was saying
We don't
before.
have combination
That's why it's
play.
one of
That's
the hardest
problem.
league in the world.
Yeah,
Even
but
if you have those players, you're gonna struggle. I've seen Milan with Kaká, Ronaldinho, Pato, all up front struggling in games like this.
Yeah, but the difference is they create chances. We don't even create any real clear-cut chances. There's no like interchange. It's just the same thing. Let's just keep crossing the ball a billion trillion times and hope one of them comes good. Like
Okay,
that's
if it's just us that we suffer this, how the fuck we are first and Napoli and Inter is not first?
we just got back into first. Don't act like we've been first for like 9 weeks in a row.
No, I'm not acting like this. We did 31 games like everyone else. Why the fuck we are first and the other teams that don't suffer this issue are not first?
Bro, again, the way you're saying
because everyone suffers that. Everyone suffers that. Juventus suffered that against Inter. Inter parked the bus, they lost the game. It's like this. Atalanta, Napoli parked the bus and went on a counter attack. Atalanta lost the game. Even Atalanta is
No,
not good.
layer. But these Italian teams, they go to Europe, they play Catenaccio, and they still lose.
No, they don't play Catenaccio because who goes to Europe is not Bologna, it's not this team. Who goes to Europe and plays better and gets better results is Juventus that play Catenaccio.
But Inter also plays Catenaccio, man.
No, Inter doesn't play Catenaccio. Come on, guys. Juventus was the team that were playing Catenaccio, and they went far in Champions League. The day they did decide not to play Catenaccio against Villarreal, they got 3 goals on a counter. So it's everyone suffered this issue of a small team parking the bus and not letting you win the game. Everyone, all the big teams, just other big teams in other leagues, they suffer this issue less than an Italian team.
So how many?
So what about Juve in the last 9 years there? Like, how come they won 9 trophies and some seasons they didn't even lose? Remember, like 2 seasons they lost or once or twice.
Yeah, because they were winning 1-0. They were winning.
How many points?
But they had better players,
how many points that they've dropped so far?
Who?
Against how many points have Napoli, Juve, and Inter dropped against small teams this year?
We are the one that has dropped the most.
Okay, so that means we struggle the most then.
Yeah, but we are the one that got more points against.
We struggle the most. That's the whole point of this.
So but I'm telling you,
less with breaking teams down. than compared to Milan. That's what that tells me.
No, it's
What do you mean? No,
I
bro.
agree. I agree. It is true that we are the team that struggles the most.
if
I
you
mean,
if
it really
you
is.
Roy, if you check the graphs,
Hmm?
probably we struggled the same amount of time that Inter and Napoli did.
That's not true because we have dropped more
Why?
points, Laird.
Let's
That's
check
a
it.
direct correlation.
Let's check it. Let's check it now. Let's check when Napoli. uh, Let's check when Napoli lost and draw. You can
Okay.
go and check
Yeah. Gotcha.
Let's go and check it. Because the one thing I know that we lost against Sassuolo and Fiorentina, they are not lower teams. They are not the last
We
10
lost
teams
also
in
to
this.
Udinese and Spezia there, and we drew to Salernitana, Bologna.
Exactly. So let's check the amount of small teams we lost points.
All right. So
Spezia. Let's start
right.
from the fourth game.
I'll
Fourth game.
start
What
from
was
here.
it?
I'll start from here. We lost points here.
Bologna 1, Udinese 2, and Salernitana 3. Juventus we're not considering. Spezia 4.
Mm-hmm.
Napoli we're not considering.
Mm-hmm.
Udinese 5.
Mm-hmm.
Sassuolo we're not considering. Is the top 10. Fiorentina is the top 10.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. 5.
So five games. We lost
And
against small teams.
Salernitana?
Yeah, I counted 5 games.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
but
No,
But 5 games, that's
All right.
15
So,
points.
oh no. Okay. So now let's see. Napoli lost against Milan.
Not counting that. Cagliari 1 game. Napoli Inter I'm not counting that. Napoli Juventus I'm not counting that. Napoli Spezia 2 games. Napoli Empoli 3 games. Napoli Atalanta I'm not counting that. Sassuolo I'm not counting
But Empoli is top 10, right?
Not counting it. Napoli Hellas Verona we're gonna count that. 4. Roma. So Napoli lost 4. We lost
No,
5.
but are we
Napoli
counting top 10 or not top 10, Laird?
I don't know. Can you show me the table? I'm counting last
I think
10. Last 10.
Empoli is top 10. I think Empoli. No? Or am I wrong?
No, it's not. It's not Empoli.
Okay. So who is top 10? Verona, maybe?
Go up. I think Verona should be. Verona is 9th, yeah.
Okay. So 3 games for Napoli.
Yeah, but at the end of the season, Verona can be 11th.
Ah, they can still finish 7th.
Oh, can finish 7th.
I would put Verona in that category though.
Yeah.
I'll put
Verona is a strong
even-
team. I mean, it's not easy to win against
No,
Verona.
I'm saying
anyway.
I'd put them in the lower category.
I will count Milan like losing for lower teams, Verona, same. Because okay, he's having a great season, but he's a team that next season is gonna struggle.
Yeah, okay, let's do that.
All
Okay,
right,
let's
all
do
right,
that.
all right, let's
So
move on.
4 games for Napoli.
Okay. Inter.
No, because Fiorentina. Torino, we're gonna count Torino. Go check downstairs how many points Torino has. Torino is 11th.
Jeez,
Let's see.
Season. Their season has been a mess. All right,
Anyway.
yeah, let's count them. Yeah.
1.
Okay.
Genova 2. Sassuolo I'm not counting. Napoli I'm not counting. Milan I'm not counting. Atalanta I'm not counting. This is Bologna. They didn't play it. Milan, Juventus, Lazio not counting. Inter, Atalanta no. Sampdoria,
it.
Inter.
They
3. Inter 3.
Well, 3.
Yeah, Genova, Torino, and Sampdoria.
And even Juve are gonna find the same thing, I think.
Okay.
Juve lost against the top 4.
No, Juve lost a lot of them in the beginning, but maybe I'm wrong. So basically, Milan at 5, Inter at 3, Napoli at 4.
So we struggle the most.
Yeah, we struggled them, but we're talking about 1 game at the moment or 2. So it's an issue. But
Laird, for us, it's not even Verona, it's Spezia, man. It's like the
Okay,
Salernitana.
Anwar, if I tell you the way Inter won against Venezia, you can see that the path there. The referee helping them in these games. That's how they get these points with small teams. I can go and check all these small teams and see Inter unlocking it with a penalty or whatever, but whatever. What about the Juventus? How Juventus did with small teams this season?
I don't think Juventus is in the same category as a top 3. But anyway, let's see. Inter, no. Torino, yes.
No. No.
Yes.
Venezia, 2. No. Yes, 3. Sassuolo, no. Juventus, Napoli, no. Juventus, Empoli, 3, 4 basically at the moment. And Udinese, 5 games Juventus. So we have the
Almost like
same
Milan.
level. Oh yeah, it's like
Yeah.
Milan basically.
The only
Like
difference
Milan
is
at the
that they
moment.
lost to the top 4 in Juve.
So is a Serie A thing. This is a Serie A
But
thing.
I don't think it's a Serie A thing. When Juve was great, Laird, they did not have this
But-
struggle.
Because the referee helped them, man. It's fun.
Beside the ref, beside like we can
No.
we can talk about the ref for 1 game, 2 games, but not
No,
38 games.
Anwar, every small foul, every small thing, man.
No, but still, like they got to the final of Champions League 2 times. It means that it was a very good team, you know. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, but still, they got to that level, you know. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like the level was different. That's why they dominated the league.
Okay.
We should get there.
Yeah, but you don't get there in a year.
I know. This is not what I'm saying. I know. I get that we need more work. That's what I've been saying the whole season. We need to prepare better position. Do this. Do the youth academy. Work on that. Work on this. It's a long process. I know, but
and another
we
thing,
have the
even
chance.
when Juventus was dominating these games, they were winning 1-0.
Yeah, but they did it for 9 years.
1-0. Yeah, but it's
9
not
years.
dominating. It's about suffering the whole game. No, it's about suffering the whole game and finding a goal with a corner, with a free kick, with a cross.
But they mastered Catenaccio, you know? They mastered it for 9 years, and they played it, and they got results.
I don't want to play Catenaccio, man. I'm just trying to make a point here to Nathan.
Okay, do you think when they played... Okay, Layers, I'm going to ask you this question. Do you think when they played against us, they played on the back, or they were actually playing over the last 9 years? They were actually trying to score against us?
They were trying to score against us.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't see that Juve that just sits in the back and does nothing, you know? They had some good gameplay.
No, but guys, all this conversation started with me trying to explain to Nathan that
I got your point. I agree with you.
This is the thing of the Serie A.
Is a more... Yeah, I agree with you. But you can still break it. That's what I'm trying to say as well. Because some teams did it for 9 years.
But okay,
even if you break it, you can break it. You can break it 1-0. You cannot go and win 3-0.
But
let's look at how we play, though. Look at how we play. Like, I understand Serie A is more defensive, but that doesn't stop you from being a creative team.
But to be honest, Laird,
to
be honest, hasn't it always been like this?
It's always been like this, yeah.
For me,
it's always. That's why I'm not surprised. For everyone, apart from when you are so good.
But I think it's always been worse for Milan than Juve and Inter.
Yeah, I agree with you, Roy. That's what I've been saying last time. I said that against Milan, these teams, they play like it's the World Cup final. And they're just here for a draw because they think they're going to qualify to do something or whatever. And they're not even playing for a position or to advance in the league.
Yeah,
Roy, define is happening always to us and not to other teams.
All right, Lair, did you see Bologna play Juve, drew 0-0 by halftime? After halftime, all the players sitting on the floor and wasting time. And it's a league game. It's not even a cup game. We're not playing the score. We're not playing anything.
Sorry. I want to just say something. The last 10 years, Inter won just one Scudetto. So the other 9 years, this small team were taking points from Inter.
Inter was not strong.
But Inter was not finishing under like where we were finishing. But I'm not even talking about. I'm just talking historically. Milan has always, for some reason, can't break down these teams
because we've never been the last 10 years. We've never been good enough.
I'm talking about historically. Even when we had Kaká, when we had those guys, like we were.
Yeah, we struggled against Palermo. We struggled against Udinese. We struggled against all these teams. But
because we are a team that tried to play football in Italy. That's what happened when you try to play football in Italy. That's what happened to the Napoli.
Napoli does that as well?
Yeah, what happened to the Napoli of Sarri?
I don't know, Lard.
They were trying to play. Did they won every small game they play against?
But also
this
season they won more, you know?
No, the Napoli of Sarri. This Napoli is ugly as fuck, man. These are winning. They are winning games. They don't even know how. The Napoli of Sarri was playing football.
That's very true. I agree with you on that note. They don't even know how, but they still get the 3 points.
They don't even know how they win the games. Against Atalanta, they went up 3 times. They scored 3 goals. That's it. Which is fine, that one as well. I'm saying that the league is hard to win in a league like Serie A. If you want to play good football, attractive and creative football, you're always going to struggle more against this small team. If you play like Juventus, like Conte used to play with Inter the year before, like waiting these small teams, telling these small teams, this is the ball, come and score to me, and they come up and you punish them because they leave space. If you play like this, you win in Serie A. That's why
I'm going to say something controversial.
All right, Laird, I want to tell you one thing because I'm going to do a comparison here. Okay, if we think about 2012, we're just compared 2 Milans. 2012, we were running for the league. We had Inter behind our backs. They were champions of Europe. And we won in the last 10 games by a margin of like difference of 1 goal in most of these games. And in most of these games, it was either Seedorf, Ibra, Robinho, Thiago Silva scoring, or like some dude actually who is considered world class doing the job. You think about the Parma game. We won 1-0, Pirlo scoring from halfway. And we don't have that in this squad, you know? We only have Leao, we have 37 years old Giroud, and 41 years old Ibra. And
yeah, but
I'm not
guys,
dissing them by saying this, but that's the reality.
No. But you guys cannot own both the points. Because in one point you're saying,
I don't agree with what I don't just
sorry, you guys in one side are saying even when we had good teams, we were struggling with this team. On this side, you're saying, but when we are good,
but we break those teams by having that player with extra flair.
The only reason why
playing good football, even when we were breaking them.
The only reason why Anwar, it's like this is the team we have. So making comparisons with teams that we don't have right now, I don't. What is the point of even having that conversation?
We were losing against Lecce 3-0 one game. I remember that. We were losing 3-0, and we end up winning at 4-3. With Nesta scoring in the last minutes with
I'm not sure if you got my point right. What I'm trying to say is that in these difficult times, when you have a team sitting at the back, you tried everything, it's not working. What's needed now? You need that player who with extra quality to do something, you know, to dribble a guy, then shoot it or something. And that's what happens in these excellent teams like Bayern and Barca or Madrid. When they need Ronaldo or Messi, he's there. When they need Mbappe,
but they're not gonna. They're gonna struggle a lot in a league like Serie A with teams parking the bus every week.
But these players come to Serie A and they dominate, bro.
But we don't have that player, so what's the point of talking about it?
Yeah, and another thing we
need to think about having
Anwar,
these players.
Anwar, the only thing I can tell you, Anwar, the only thing I can tell you that I see City in Premier League, and I see Norwich that is trying to don't get relegated. That plays open, completely open. There is no bus park there. There is space that we can park a truck. The defense is open, wide
even
open.
Here, Oli said something very nice. You know, Oli said this. I remember the game against Lecce. We were losing 3-0. Boateng comes in. He has a hat trick, and Yepes scores the last goal. That's a player who actually changed the game. We don't have a player who actually changes the game.
But what I'm trying to tell you that we're gonna get to that level. We're gonna be that level. That we're gonna have that player or more into it. And still, we're gonna struggle a lot and win 1-0.
I agree with you. I'm not saying the opposite. I agree with you. We're gonna struggle, but we can break the struggle with these players.
But today, Anwar, we could have break the struggle with a header of Giroud.
I know Giroud tried, but the crosses were too difficult. He had 3 players on him. It's that hard, Lair. Imagine I put you against 3 players who are all tall, and most of the crosses are not great. Some of them were great. And he still tried. The goalkeeper was there, and that's it. That's football. But at some point, if you're going to keep crossing, that's on the coach. If this is my tactic for the rest of the game, I'm going to keep crossing and try from the defense. Then put more tall players to get the ball.
Anwar, and I'll tell you what. We counted 5 games, of this that Milan lost with small teams. But we counted the Spezia games. We actually won that in the 90 minutes. 2-1. We solved that game with an individual dribbling of Rebic and a great goal of Messias. We solved that game. But still we lost that one because it's not our fault. This league has a lot of issues. The first issue is that, in my opinion, it's rigged. That really
So
the
do we need
referees
Laird just to pray
control.
now, or like
Don't even
what is the
pray.
solution for Pioli now? Like
I mean,
how do you
pray.
actually
No,
gonna
no,
win the
no,
next 7 games?
no, guys.
No,
Look, every
we're gonna
game is
get
a different
better.
story. Like they're going to work to find the solution. You know, whether they find it or not, I don't know.
So
But they're going to
okay,
work to
guys,
find
what
it.
is Milan's plan
They
B when
probably are
plan
going
A
to find
is
it.
not working? Okay, let's think about this,
Anwar,
guys, logically.
I'll
No,
tell
no,
you
they,
what. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. We need to be on the box, opposition box more often, and actually look for a penalty. That's what other
Okay, how
teams
do
are
you do
doing
that?
recently.
How do you do that? Like,
You,
let's think it in details. Like, how do
yes,
you do
I
this?
know how
Like,
to do that. I
accurately?
know how to do that.
Okay, tell me, Ross.
you tell Diaz you need to receive the ball in the box. You need to make sure Diaz and dribble. Try the dribbling, and as soon as they touch you, go down. 1, 2, 3 times, you're gonna get a penalty because that's what they're doing. All the other teams, that's what Napoli does. That's what Inter is doing. They are struggling. They're suffering, and they go there and get a penalty, and they unlock the game. Theo Hernandez is good at that. He goes in the box and he gets a penalty, or at least tries. Leao is an idiot. With the dribbling he has, he can get 5 penalties a game.
I know,
He's a kid. I still don't
but
doesn't
also
understand the
later
potential he has.
tonight most of Milan plays were actually focused on the left, on the right, not on the left. While the left looked much stronger, and I don't get that. Like as a coach, at some point you tell Benacer, Tonali, and Diaz, okay, guys, don't put it to the right, play on the left, and try to put the
But
extra man there.
here I'm just speculating because I didn't see the game. But usually, when your midfielder is going always in the right, that means that the opposition is covering a lot the left.
I don't
In a
think so,
tricky
man.
way.
In the last 15, 20 minutes, we saw a lot from Leao and Theo going off forward.
But I think Messias is very good at not losing the ball. Maybe from a lower position than what's his name than Leao. That was better.
No, I think he loses a lot of balls, Roy. This is where
No,
I'm gonna
okay,
disagree.
but he's better than Leao. So I think that
No.
yes, when it comes to like the midfield onwards, Leao, his quality is not great yet. But when it comes to the last third, Leao's quality is exceptional. Now, the quality of Messias from the midfield to the final third is just more like he plays more like a midfielder, so he gets himself in better positions. I think maybe that could be the reason why he gets a lot of the ball.
I don't know. I think we need Saelemaekers back on the right.
I agree with that. I think that's what we need. We need Saelemaekers is always your extra man. He's always there. If Leao has a ball, you know who's next to Leao? Saelemaekers, Diaz, and Theo. Saelemaekers from the other side. The Saelemaekers heat map was incredible. His heat map is incredible on the pitch.
Can you find it? Can you find it and show it us? I'm curious, man.
Let me see.
When are we playing Inter, guys?
Next midweek, not this midweek, the other one. That is a good
that
moment
game is gonna be
to
critical.
beat them.
Yeah.
I hope we beat them so they morally go down. They go down, and I hope
That's
they get
momentum,
some
bro.
injuries.
We can steal it from each other. They can steal our momentum, or we can steal theirs.
And I love the fact that we are playing against teams that play football the last 5 games. All of them, Lazio, Verona, Fiorentina, Sassuolo, Atalanta, they play football, man. And I like that. They're gonna
Hopefully
leave
they
us
do
space.
that, man. Hopefully,
No, they play.
I'm thinking maybe Fiorentina is gonna also sit in the back and
No,
just
I
wait
don't
and
think
counter.
so.
no,
If we can
Italiano
just
is a
make it,
guy.
But they did that in San Siro, bro. They did it in San Siro last year.
Last year, but there
Yeah.
was another coach last
Yeah,
year.
last year Fiorentina was horrible, but this year, no, I don't think that's gonna happen again. I feel like
But
they're
don't you think
gonna.
even in Fiorentina, even when we played them in Florence, they actually scored most of the goals on counters?
Yeah, but
Mm,
playing for the
no,
counter and playing ultra defense are two totally different things.
I know, but it complements each other, you know? If you want to play counter, you need to sit back. You cannot do that while playing forward.
I'm
I don't know.
I'm
I just hope
optimistic.
these teams come out and to play football and actually play in the pitch, not just dive and sit on the floor and waste time.
How close is Fiorentina to a Europa League spot?
It's not
Yeah,
far.
hopefully they are fighting for a spot for Europe.
They are like I'll tell you what. They are 8th place, but they are like 4 points from 5th place.
Okay, yeah, I don't think that they can afford.
Actually, sorry, Nathan, I want to correct myself. Fiorentina has 1 game in hand. So technically,
Okay.
let's say they win it, they go 53 or 51. So they are like 1 or 3 points away from 5th place. So they're not gonna give up.
Yeah, they can't afford to play like that then.
Basically, they are 2 points from 6th place.
Yeah. I don't think they'll risk allowing just to sit back. I don't think they can do that.
And their coach likes attacking football. He likes to play football. He's a young coach. He puts attacking players. So if we keep the clean sheet with these teams, we win them.
I mean, I just want us to get us. Man, I can't even remember the last game we scored 2 goals in one game.
Inter.
Yeah.
That's a long time ago.
Oh, that's
Yep.
a good one. What is the website? But this is last 5 games. What is about?
Hold on. All right. So this is I don't know. It says season heat map.
Okay, season. So okay, cool. Fair enough. It's a long period.
Saelemaekers covers the whole field pretty much.
All this side. Can I see the Messias one if I can, or no, or Leao as well? I would love to see.
Yeah. Hold on.
Because
All right. So that's Saelemaekers. Notice how he covers the whole field. He goes almost everywhere. He even goes all the way to the other side.
it's like a shield to the holding midfielder and to Calabria. If you see the way he covers.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Anyway, let's look at the other players.
Leao. Yeah, Leao, it's crazy.
Leao is
Look
all
at
here.
Messias as well, or Diaz as well. I want to see Diaz.
Oh, Leao is doing
see-
a good job. He's going even in the box. That was his missing to Saelemaekers. That part when Leao is in the box. You see?
Yeah, yeah. But this is what a left wingers should look like. I mean, that makes sense. That definitely makes sense.
That's what a right winger should look like as well.
Yeah, he needs to improve that part of the game.
Yeah, but it's
Saelemaekers.
when it comes to Saelemaekers, it's the fact that Saelemaekers covers the whole field, everything. Like he's got red areas here, or everywhere. Well, you're going to notice that all these other players are going to have compact. It's going to be in one space.
Let me see Diaz. I'm curious now.
Yeah, that's pretty good from Diaz. He covers the whole
It's
third.
not enough. It's not enough in the box.
Yeah, he should be more in the box. But as far as the work he does here, that's good.
Yeah, he covers pretty well. He's
He
almost a
covers.
midfielder.
Yeah, but yeah, as an attacking midfielder, he should be a little bit more present in the box.
What about Messias? Let's see Messias.
Yeah,
Mm.
Messias all on the right. So you notice how there's nothing here on this side, on that side. He focuses
Yeah,
all his work here.
on the line.
Saelemaekers is going everywhere on that pitch, everywhere.
And even you know how Saelemaekers was covering, the red side was covering almost all the front of the box.
Yep.
If you remember, so it was kind of like a shield helping Diaz as well on the pressing.
Yes, that high press, man. That's what we lost. We're losing. We've lost the high press.
Rebic, are we gonna see Rebic as well?
Let me see. Where is it? Wow, that's quite poor.
It's a striker. Rebic is like a striker. It's not a wing. Yeah, it's. I guess because Rebic, I don't know. Maybe he plays more with the ball. It's like moving the ball, passing the ball more.
Mm.
But that's not the same job Saelemaekers or Leao does. But Rebic it goes on the box. I like that.
Yeah.
Let's see. You know who I want to see? Tonali and Benacer.
Okay.
More on the right, yeah. A lot in front of the defense.
Oh, that's pretty good, man. Damn, he covers that whole center. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's good.
Let's see this.
Why Casey didn't play today?
I'm not sure. I
How
hear
got
it's-
Benacer
subbed
play?
in. He just subbed in for the wrong player.
Which one?
They kept Diaz in the whole game instead, and then they took out Benacer, who was our best midfielder.
Maybe Benacer had the yellow card or was tired.
Even if he was a little fatigued, would you compare him to like how the rest of the team was? He was definitely one of the better players on the pitch for sure. Whereas Diaz was just, I mean, it was just his normal, typical performance. And with us crossing the ball so much, it would have been better to keep Benacer, Tonali, and Kessie on the field.
Ooh, Krunic.
Because Diaz, I mean, there's a few times where the ball would come into Diaz's area, but literally all he could do was sit there and kind of try and knock the player out of balance when he jumped, which
Check
didn't work.
Mike Magnan. No kidding, guys. Look at the guy over there. He's more in the box than the other players we have in the front foot.
Tonali had a really good work rate. Tonali.
What about Benacer? Was similar or a bit more of up front?
No, it was similar but less. Looked like less. I'll show you again.
Maybe there is any correlation with the minute of time? How
Oh
much
yeah,
they
of course.
play as well?
Yeah, yep.
That's why some players are or yellow.
Yeah.
Okay, makes sense. Theo Hernandez, that would be interesting to see.
Where's Theo Hernandez?
Close to Fikayo Tomori. Oh wow.
Both sides of the field equally though, huh? Almost.
Wow. Jesus Christ, like having two players, man. That's impressive.
Yeah, a lot of work.
That's incredible. And a lot of work for the midfielders to cover him.
Yeah.
And Tomori, man. Tomori on the left side is amazing. Tomori covers a
Check
lot.
Kalulu.
You know what I mean, Roy? Since Tomori has been on the left side, man, Theo Hernandez, we get a
It's
lot of
much
clean
better.
sheets
It's
because
much
that.
better. Much
Because
better.
covers Theo Hernandez better.
Yeah, definitely.
We can there we go. Not bad.
Obviously,
But
right,
there is
huh?
some yeah. Check Tomori.
Yeah,
I think Tomori covers a
this is good.
lot of pitch.
Where the hell is he?
You have to go down, man. It was close to Theo Hernandez. You don't remember?
Okay. Wow.
Wow.
He's like a midfielder, like a defensive midfielder.
Yeah. Wow.
He
What
covers
a
the whole
player,
thing.
man.
He covers everything.
Wow.
He's like a wall. He literally is a wall in front of the box.
What the fuck, man. Look how high in the pitch goes, man.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
When he plays on the right, he goes a little bit more forward. I guess because on the other side, Theo Hernandez is going forward, so you can't
True.
go forward. Yeah.
Yeah, Theo doesn't allow him. Wow, that is amazing, man, if you think about it. He's having an extra defenders and an extra midfielder.
Yeah. Oh, he even today, like the defenders played. Kalulu, Tomori, and Calabria, all of them actually played well. I gotta say, defensively, the whole line played well. Theo Hernandez also.
People want to see Calabria.
Wow,
Wow.
He's similar to Theo Hernandez.
Yeah, just slightly less on the
Offensive.
yeah. But more defensive, you can see it. It's like slightly inverted to the what Theo does.
Right.
Pretty good. No, we have a pretty good team. We covered the pitch pretty well.
Oh, I want to see you check Lacetic.
We can see the strikers like Ibra and oh wow. That looks like somebody farted in the pitch.
Has he played? Where's this coming from? I guess we're counting the Primavera.
In Serbia, probably.
The strikers.
I want to see the difference between Giroud and Ibra.
What the fuck was that?
What happened,
Yo,
bro?
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Boy, you muted yourself. Yo, Nathan, can you hear me? I don't know who
Yeah, I can hear
muted
you.
us. Roy muted us anyway. I don't know what happened, but hopefully we win 3 games in a row now, the next 3.
Yeah, I think if we can get to the last like 4 or so games in first place, I think we'll be able to beat those teams just because it'll be more open. It's just a matter of getting there.
It's hard, man. We knew it's not gonna be easy. And Juventus didn't do us a favor. Atalanta as well.
Yeah, I
They
really
didn't.
thought that they would at least get a draw in those games. Like, I was pretty disappointed in that.
Did you guys hear all that craziness a second ago?
I think, Roy, you created your own craziness. We didn't hear anything on our end.
Oh, fuck. All right.
Roy, what the fuck are you getting, man?
No, just my speakers were crazy.
I can hear the air conditioning, the AC.
What I want to know is where did the cat go to? Someone's cat was trying to join in before. Who has a cat around here?
Probably
Probably Anwar.
I can hear like the little cat noises.
Man,
But we really need to work on the team's overall gameplay. Like, crossing is good.
my
'cause you need to
solution
cross,
is
but they
send
need to know how
Nathan
to
to
pass it.
Milan and drill him.
And you know it's funny, Roy, because these drills are actually quite simple. And I'm sure you've done them when you're doing your coaching stuff. 4 or 5 passes, and then the next pass is a through ball.
But I'm
If
sure
you don't do it, then the ball gets turned over.
I'm sure they do it, and I've even seen it in the training.
I don't think they, like, when I say they need to do it, I mean, like, this needs to be like a big portion of practice. It needs to be so ingrained in their DNA that these are the things that they look for. I don't want to
Nathan.
see them. Like, I don't think
Guys,
it's
I
done
think I have some
consistently.
network problems, so
Oh,
I'm
was
gonna
that
go.
you?
I think
I think I have
Anwar
some.
had some issue.
Yeah, I think I have some network issues, guys. So I'll talk to you next time. Hopefully we win, man.
All right, man.
I want us to win the Scudetto this year.
Forza Juve, right?
Forza Milan, bro.
Forza Milan, man.
All right,
I'm going
guys,
to
you
sleep
take
as
care.
well. But
Yeah.
see you, man. Take care.
See you, Anwar.
Take care,
Have a
guys.
good night.
Oh,
You
and
too, guys.
good Ramadan. How you say it?
Ramadan Mubarak. Thank you, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough.
Thank
It's
you.
not an
Thank you,
easy
Derek.
month, but
I
see you,
know.
man.
But thank God, like Vanessa is playing well and fasting.
Yeah, exactly. I was worried actually for our Muslim players because it's tough to be an athlete and still,
Yeah.
don't eat
I
during the
know.
day, don't drink. It's not easy.
Maybe it gives them more motivation, you know?
Yeah, and the human body can handle everything.
I
I
know.
believe
You
in
push
that.
it to the
So
extreme. That's it.
it's just I hope they stay healthy. They don't suffer a lot. Probably that's what Pioli is
No,
thinking
don't
at the
worry.
moment.
They actually follow a strict like regime and everything, so they don't get like dizziness during the game and everything.
Yeah, I mean, I hope they keep up with water during the training and stuff like that, which are basic, I think. But and I think Pioli is balancing Kessie and Benacer together, I think, for this period probably.
Yeah.
To help
Definitely,
them
man.
out, probably. Or let's see. Anyway, see you, man.
All right, guys.
Have a good one,
Take
man.
care, guys. Bye-bye.
Adios.
See you. Take
Bye.
care. I'm going, guys, but I want to say last thing. In my opinion, I know what Nathan is saying is right. We need more solution in attack. We need to be better and a better team overall.
I think we should clip that. I've never heard you say that.
I say to Nathan a lot of times he is right. The problem of Nathan is that the right thing he says, they're out of the context. They don't follow the actual context of what we're living as a club, as a team. I understand. I agree with you that we need better right wing. It's just that we cannot have everything. It's really hard to get everything. We need to prioritize some positions. But I agree with him. We need better offensive players. And that is going to come with time, not like in one transfer window, we're going to buy everything. Going back to what I was saying, I think one thing Pioli can do is to start to change a bit the cards in the table. Start with Saelemaekers, start with Rebic. Put Rebic as a striker. Fuck it. We need to do something different here. We need to mix a bit the cards.
When we definitely played better with Rebic up top because we're forced to actually build up the play. We just can't knock it long and hope our forward can hold the ball up or head the ball down. Like we're forced to actually play. I think we actually pressed better as well when we had Rebic and Saelemaekers and Liao. We did 100% press more when we had all of these guys on the field at the same time.
And another thing is, I don't understand why the only position Pioli actually changes is Diaz. And I agree with that. Fine, you can change it. You can put another guy to start. But why you're not changing even the other three positions on the front? Because the other players are not doing so well anyway. Messias is not doing incredibly well, so you cannot take him out of the pitch. Leao as well is not being unplayable. He does some good things during the game, but he's not like scoring and being incredible. So he needs to start changing all of those positions. Even Giroud sometimes needs to start from the bench, or Rebic start as a striker. I don't know. Do we actually need some injuries for Pioli to change a bit? We really need that. Come on, man. Let's change the cards a bit.
Yeah, I agree. And again, this is why I really like when it comes to the Copa, we really missed the chance to try new things. Like now, I mean, obviously it's too late. It's Inter, and then you're going on beyond that. But throughout the year, we've just missed chances to try different things.
But we've tried these things. We tried Saelemaekers on the right. Why not
No,
now
but
that you can see?
well, I'm talking about in terms of like formations, not where each person plays, but just like formation changes. Because we play the same formation whether we're doing good or bad. And
But the formation for me is the last problem, because at the end, these players, they moved in the pitch. So the formation is something that is always changing during the game. So I'm not worried about that. The problem is the people sometimes need to change, man. Messias is not being the fucking Ronaldinho of the situation. He's not scoring goals for fun or making a difference. So just play Saelemaekers one game. Just start with Saelemaekers. It's fucking Bologna, man. Why not start in Saelemaekers? I mean, we started Saelemaekers with Venezia. We were 3-0 the first half.
Well, you know what I also don't understand is, like, I understand Saelemaekers is better at like pressing high than Messias, but high press is not like a unique skill for only one person. Like the team should still be able to press relatively well. I'm not saying they're gonna be able to do it as good, but we don't press at all anymore. Like one person should not mean that you can press for some portion of the game. Like it took I know you didn't get to watch Lair, but it took Tomori to literally run up the field.
Yeah, I saw that part.
I saw that
part that he ran completely in front. Yeah, no.
Yeah, like why is it taking our center back to get our offense to press? And that's Leao, Giroud, Diaz, and Messias. All of these guys the press was just there was no intensity to it until Tomori had to do it himself.
Listen, I want Saelemaekers to start next game, because even what was that game that he started and he missed a lot of chances? I think it was against Inter, if I'm not wrong, in Copa. We were creating a lot of chances, and he was there. He was missing a lot of chances, but we were, unlocking the games. He needs to start. I'm done with Messias, man. I'm sorry, but it doesn't bring way much more than what Saelemaekers brings. So fuck it. Wow, that fucking noise, Roy.
I think
What?
The air conditioning, man. Turn it off. Sweat a bit.
No. I like it. I like it.
Anyway, I'm going to sleep, guys.
All
Have a
right.
good night.
Have a good one, man.
Ciao.
Later.